Hello, welcome to the Dusty Cartridges. This week we're going to be reviewing the Super Mario... We will be reviewing the Super Mario Brothers movie on 4K Blu-ray.
Lovely.
And a good movie it was as well.
Yeah, I totally agree. Cracking film.
Yep.
Especially for a first-time viewer.
I'd go as far to say it's probably the best video game adaptation.
I'd say so. Yeah, I mean, the only other film I've ever seen that's come anywhere near close to the Mario Bros. Movie, well, just in my opinion, was the original Mortal Kombat from 1994 or 5, I think it was. Most other video game adaptations end up being a bit crap. In all honesty.
That's true. That is very true.
We're going to speak about the film in 4 different categories. And then we're each going to give our opinion on each category. Good points, bad points, that sort of thing. Those categories are the visuals, the sound, the story, and the voice acting. So our first category is visuals. What did we think of the way the film looked?
I thought it was very vibrant.
I agree, yeah.
I mean, that's why I bought it on 4K, because I thought there's so many different colours in the world of Mario, and obviously there's a scene with the Rainbow Road track on it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And I really do think the 4K Blu-ray does sell it. It's worth its weight in gold. It brings the colours out, and it makes it even that little bit more of an enjoyable experience.
Absolutely.
If that was even possible.
No, I agree. I've only seen a handful of 4K films, but I've seen a lot of other Blu-rays, and even without the 4K part, it just looks beautiful, and the 4K makes it look incredible. It's the most colourful film I've seen, let alone most colourful animated film. It just looks incredible.
Especially as a first-time viewer seeing it in 4K on Blu-ray. That was...
Yeah, what did you think? Like, not seeing the Mario... I mean, for context, me and Jack have seen it, but not on the Blu-ray.
So I'm a first-time viewer. So for me, watching it for the first time, I thought it was going to be a bit like a kiddies film. But I said it. I thought it was going to be a kids film, but
fair enough. Yeah.
Sitting there watching it in 4K, it was phenomenal. The colours, just the animation in general, I think was absolutely amazing.
It was.
So would you say it's sold the idea of you getting a 4K Blu-ray player? Well, technically you have.
And
the
a
Xbox
Switch.
Series
I
X.
technically do have a 4K
So
player.
would you say that film alone has sold the idea of you
purchasing
possibly
DVDs?
4K
Nintendo
Blu-rays,
convert.
you know?
I think it may have,
Yeah.
I think it has. It's just
How about
finding
Switch?
I'm still working on that. I'm still working on the Switch. I've got to save my pennies. I will eventually get an OLED Switch.
Well, you saw the Mario Kart sequence, and I'm telling you right now, the game's just like that. So.
Yeah, I'm happy playing Mario Kart on my DS. My DS at the moment, it's the cheaper option.
No, fair enough, mate. Fair enough.
Yeah, it is.
Even though Super Mario Brothers is running as we speak on the DS.
Banging game,
There
to
it
be
is.
fair.
Bang.
There it
It just
is.
come
Bang.
down.
Look
Look
at
at
that.
that.
Perfect timing.
Look at that. Perfect. Sorry, new Super Mario Brothers.
Super Mario Bros. Yeah, absolutely.
It was 2006 that come out, I think that one.
It did,
I don't know.
yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
know
I think
that.
it was, yeah.
Whatever the year is on the bottom of the
I
screen.
was still at school, remember
Was
it.
this the one with the ice flower that we spoke about earlier?
I think it
was
might be the second one.
Okay.
Or it might be New Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, and then they ported it on Switch, didn't they?
Right, okay.
So it might have been that one, but it's definitely in one of the newer ones.
Jake, can you speed run the whole thing now and find out for us?
Yeah. You got 2 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah. So yeah, I mean, for me, the likeness of the characters to their video game counterparts was perfect.
Yeah.
There's not a single criticism I have on any of the visuals whatsoever. I mean, some of the bits. I mean, my favourite part of the visuals right at the start when Mario and Luigi are jumping through the town of Brooklyn, and it's side scrolling like it is in Mario
Literally
game.
playing, it's amazing.
Just like the way they were jumping over the dustbins and over the fences, and it's so reminiscent of the games. It's just perfect. And they looked the part. They looked like Mario, Luigi.
Literally.
I mean, not that Mario. He's from the 90s, but that's an old design.
They actually went by the actual source material for once.
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah.
Instead of trying to put their own artistic spin on it.
license.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I agree.
that's why video game films have always been very overhit.
I
because
completely agree. Yeah.
you'd always get the directors and the writers that probably have never played the game in their life, and they try and wing it, recasting characters that don't look nothing like them, and the story's always poor. So I think with this one, especially the fact that Illumination had Nintendo on board, so you kind of knew Nintendo weren't gonna let them release another dud Mario Brothers film. Like the Bob Hoskins one, you know.
The Goombas. Don't get me wrong, love Bob Hoskins. But my God, that's as far from a Mario film as you could have made.
In terms of nostalgia, I like it. But as a kid, when you were watching it, you didn't really think much of it. But watching it now, it's awful.
It hasn't aged well, has it? It's aged like sour milk. Like it's just
terrible,
horrible.
yeah.
I think you should have just stuck to Who Framed Roger Rabbit personally, and not done
Stuff like that works, but
banging film there.
Definitely.
it's just like, what were they even thinking? Like what you said, directors and writers taking artistic license to the nth degree. Like the original Mario Bros. Film, for those of you who haven't seen it, go to YouTube, pause this video, open a tab, look at some clips. It doesn't even remotely resemble the games. Like, not even. I mean, Bowser is Dennis Hopper, and he looks like he's had a bad facial or something.
He's got a barnet like me in it.
Yeah,
and slick back hair and that. But
it's set in this like post-apocalyptic world where
it's kind of like
electric cars and everything.
They tried to make Mario Blade Runner.
Yeah, fair point. Yeah, I can see the comparison there.
You know, I mean, it's a fun film if you loosely watch it. But
90s cliche, really. By the sounds of it.
I mean, it was a fun bit where they go down a slide on a mattress. That was about it. But other than that, watch this instead.
Yeah. Miles better.
100%.
Oh dear. Which neatly takes us on to our second topic: sound.
Sounds. So, soundtrack. What do you think?
Right, so I'm a bit divided on this. The Mario or Nintendo audio, like, you know, the Donkey Kongs, the whatever, anything that isn't a licensed music track, I think went really well with the film.
Yes.
But I didn't like the fact they kept shoving in, like, 80s pop and stuff like that. I don't think it worked very well. I don't think it fit the feel of the film. And I don't think it really enhanced the film in any way either. Having said that, I understand why they included it.
Yeah.
All of these kids seeing this film are going to have parents that were born in the 80s, so they're going to have, you know, been brought up with this music, so I get it. But for a Mario film, I don't really think it fit. They could have taken music from any other of the franchises they referenced in the film.
Yeah.
You know, Donkey Kong being the most obvious one. There's loads of music there. Not a single mention or reference to Donkey Kong Country and the theme tune.
Yeah. Very true.
Oh, it's just The sound was good, all the effects and everything, and I like the fact they included the DK rap, by the way.
That was good.
But
I enjoyed that.
and the GameCube ringtone on Luigi's phone, that's pretty cool. But yeah, apart from the little cues here and there, like the Underworld theme, and stuff like that, like the music just wound me up.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. I like the original score. I think the film score.
Oh, the film score was
blinding because I think
it all Mario. It was just all sound.
Yeah, it had its own sort of like orchestral twist, but with elements of classic Mario music thrown in it.
Oh yeah, I
agree.
agree.
They did release that on vinyl, and I'm desperate. To
I
get
did
it.
not know that.
It's a double LP.
All three of us are vinyl collectors, by the way.
Yes, we are.
It's a double LP, and I think the first disc is red, second disc is green.
Oh, perfect.
Obvious factors. But yeah, I think the original score was blinding, especially when they did the Mario Kart, when they're when they're making the...
Oh, that's right, in the garage, the Mario Kart 8 menu music, yeah.
Subtle little things like that,
yeah,
which really kind of...
sold it for me as well.
Rewarded diehard Mario fans, because you kind of... it was something else that you kind of like thought, oh, hang on a minute, I know that.
Yeah,
But I get what you mean with the actual licensed songs by actual musicians and that. I think that kind of didn't work because Mario has never been about licensed music. It's always been about Nintendo's own. Let's put it this way: Mario's got its own soundtrack.
Absolutely.
It doesn't need to have, "Take on Me" by Aha and that. You could
Thunderstruck as well.
I mean, there's hundreds of Mario games out there.
Out of all the songs there,
it?
I mean, out of all the songs there, it's the one that worked the most.
Yeah.
But I mean,
so just for reference, Matt. So the songs that we were mainly talking about was "Holding Out for a Hero" by Bonnie Tyler, "Mr. Blue Sky" by ELO, and also as Jack mentioned, "Take on Me" by Aha. I agree. The only one that works with Thunderstruck.
Yeah, no, you're right there, mate.
They were very common songs that you've heard in
a while.
Countless film soundtracks. Anyway, like, I think Shrek 2 had "Holding Out for a Hero."
Yeah.
That's a complete
so it's kind of like
different context for the scene as well.
Yeah.
It just didn't. Work. It just didn't work. I think was it in Shrek? It was for what was Fairy Godmother singing it.
That was it. Yeah.
And then you got Mario doing it for doing the course with Peach. It just do you know what I mean? It made no
completely
sense.
different context.
Take on Me when what was the Donkey Kong? What one was it? I can't remember the name.
Cranky Kong? Did that?
No, it was the one I said looked like Eminem.
I don't think he has a name, that guy.
No.
I think it was just one of the Kong army.
I was calling it Eminem Donkey Kong.
The blonde one that opens the gate, basically.
Slim Kong. There we
Slim
go.
Kong.
Slim Kong. Slim Shady Kong. When they were taking him through that track, it was "Take on Me." Slim Kong. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, it would "Take on Me." It didn't have. It had like just a little 80s driving like Mario. Even the Mario Kart you wouldn't have gone well with that.
Oh, yeah.
It just did not work.
There's enough to pick from, anyway.
Plenty.
I think bits that did work really well, though. We have to mention Jack Black's "Peaches."
Phenomenal.
What a song.
Phenomenal.
Peaches.
Who sings it, Jack? Who sings it? Sorry, Matt.
Jack Black.
Yeah, keep it that way.
Peaches.
I love you.
That's not too bad, actually.
Don't write me out just yet.
I was a bit taken aback by that. Looks like I was holding that for my hero.
Oh no! That was the song that I didn't like the most. That didn't work at all because I mean, for those, have you guys seen Short Circuit 2? I'm assuming Jack has.
No, I ain't.
No, neither of you have seen Short Circuit 2.
I've always wanted to see them.
Seen one?
Oh, so to put it into context, that song is used right at the very end of the film. I'm not going to spoil it, but in that film's context, it's in an epic struggle. It's not during a training scene. If that makes sense. Like, because that was the song that was played when Mario was training with Peach, wasn't it?
Oh, Holding Out for a Hero.
Yeah. Holding Out for a Hero. Yeah. So, like, at the end of Short Circuit 2, it's used at the climax of the film, not halfway through when it's like training. Didn't quite have this right vibe, I thought. I don't know.
I think Training Montage by Vince DiCola from Rocky IV would have suited that one better than Holding Out for a Hero.
Yeah, no, actually, you're right. It would have done.
by John Cafferty.
Yeah, no, it would have done.
80s era. It just did not work. I think that they missed a good opportunity there for that scene.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I think the other standout part of the sound is all the little sound effects.
Yeah.
Like Mario jumping, getting the power ups when he hits the question mark blocks.
Yeah.
All those little things, just all the little audio cues here and there, the little jingles here and there. The Donkey Kong arcade jingle.
Yeah.
That was played for very briefly.
Not long enough.
Not long enough.
Not long enough.
Yeah. But I mean, that's it for my good and bads. Really, I don't really think there's much else to. Any additions?
Yeah, I'd just say just the soundtrack for me. I've literally got it written down in my notes. Non-licensed soundtrack, 100%. Licensed soundtrack, just a massive X, just written next to all the songs.
Again, it's not like they didn't have stuff to choose from. Either.
There has I'm not being funny. Like 80s, you've got a massive catalogue of songs, and I know most of them, being an 80s fan. And
karaoke?
Not tonight.
No thanks.
And Take on Me is overplayed most of the time. Mr. Blue Sky, don't get me wrong, that's a good song, but it didn't fit the film. And obviously Bonnie Tyler, that's a karaoke song. It just or singing the car song when it comes on the radio. Same with Take on Me, but I think probably ranking wise, nearly. I think
Steady
now. I think ranking the songs that we're playing, I think Mr. Blue Sky probably have to be the best one they played. Actually, no, scrap that.
Thunderstruck, yeah.
Mr. Blue.
Oh no, sorry, yeah, no.
I forgot about Thunderstruck, but because it's not in my cons list, it's a pro. So yeah, I think for me it's like 1 was Thunderstruck, 2 probably Mr. Blue Sky, 3 Take on Me, and 4 was Holding Out for It.
Sounds good to me. Yeah.
Very weak, but yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Except for the sound.
Yeah.
So I think we should segue into the voice acting.
Yes.
As that's technically something to do with the sound.
Oh, where do I start?
So I think, I know me and Jake have the strongest opinion on Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Jack, what do you think, Chris Pratt?
I warmed to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously, I get why they did it. You can't really do a whole film with Mario with his sort of like quirky Italian accent, which is kind of
Charles Martinet, sort of like
it is.
Mario,
It is. Well, don't get me wrong. I love Mario, but like to do a whole film with like a. I can't remember the word. What's the word?
Like an accent?
Yeah, like a fabricated Italian accent.
Yes.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
it will kind of think. Could you pull that off for 90 minutes? I don't know. Probably, maybe not. It's nice that they done it at the beginning.
It's me, Mario. And Luigi. Are you tired of paying too much for plumbing?
And then they kind of cut out of it, and he's got like an Italian-American Brooklyn accent.
What about the accents? Is it too much? Too much? It's perfect. Wahoo!
Which is kind of what he always had in the cartoons in the 90s.
Yeah.
He was like an Italian-American with a thick, heavy Brooklyn accent. So
I'm walking here.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
sort of twang to it. Yeah. That sort of twang to his voice.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give Chris Pratt credit. I quite liked it. It grew on me at first when they were producing this film and I saw his name. I thought, but no, I quite liked it personally. Anyway, so
Yeah.
I think Jake and I share similar opinions. The voice was,
Yeah.
and I think the biggest criticism, he sounded too high pitched. He
Yes.
needed to sound deeper.
Bit deeper.
I don't think he was distinguished enough from Luigi. Luigi was also kind of high pitched. Charlie Day does a good voice with Luigi.
We'll come back to that one.
Yeah, but I think Chris Pratt does a passable Mario.
Scraping the barrel.
So I think we disagree there a bit, Jack, to be fair. But it's not a bad performance. It's just I feel his voice should have been a couple of octaves deeper, just to give him a bit more, more of a distinctive tone to Luigi and make him sound a bit gruffer, like the shorter, angrier brother compared to the cowardly sort of Luigi.
Yeah, I think you just needed someone who is Italian American, who's actually got that voice naturally.
Fair point, yeah.
I think it would
Al Pacino.
Yeah. Joe Pesci. I don't know. But yeah, I think for me, I think literally I said to you, I think the first 5 minutes in I went, I'm not liking the voice.
Yeah, literally within a couple of minutes, yeah.
I think they should have just shown someone who was Italian American. It would have worked well, especially for Mario and Luigi, but we'll move on to Luigi in a second. But yeah, I wasn't a massive fan. But credit where credit's due, it was passable. There could have been a lot worse people who could have done Mario.
Oh, absolutely.
No, yeah, definitely. 100%.
So should we move on to Luigi?
Yeah, Charlie Day. I mean, those of you who have seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia will know who Charlie Day is. But I think he does a really good job of Luigi. Kind of cowardly, kind of a bit timid, which is precisely what Luigi is. He's a timid character.
That's how you kind of imagine Luigi's voice being.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he kind of talks a little bit in Luigi's Mansion, but I think the kind of the voice he does on that, it's kind of like a high pitch, little bit nasally.
Oh, you were great. I was great. Are you kidding me? You were great.
Yeah.
You know, and it,
Yeah, you're right, actually. Yeah. Thinking back on it,
Just a little bit.
it captures it kind of.
Oh, Mario!
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
Mario.
Yeah,
Things are a bit too nasally there.
but yeah, I think
Some lemon sip.
it captures his kind of cowardliness demeanor. You know, 'cause it kind of it works well with his voice.
Mario, Mario? Where are you?
And he was good in Horrible Bosses as well. So he's a funny guy anyway. That Charlie Day.
Is that Aniston? Jennifer Aniston?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jason Sudeikis.
Yes.
That's the one, yeah.
Ted
Yeah.
Lasso.
Oh,
Yeah. Point of the camera.
yeah. Yeah. So from not an outsider as such, if I was watching the film for the first time, which I just did, and I didn't have a clue on what Luigi would sound like, I'd literally go, "That's exactly how I imagined Luigi sounding like." I couldn't fault him at all. I've literally just got in there, literally a massive tick for Charlie Day.
Nice, good, yeah.
There's not much else to say, which is a good thing, really. Great casting.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
Jack Black as Bowser.
Oh, faultless, isn't it?
Absolutely perfect. Like, yeah, mic drop. Let's just drop all these mics, shall we?
Yeah, just drop it. Bang.
Yeah, like Jack Black as Bowser. I mean, Illumination and Nintendo could not have picked a better actor to voice Bowser.
Not sure if you know who I am, but I'm about to marry a princess and rule the world.
Like, he's got the natural gruffness to his voice, and he sounds like Bowser anyway. And the fact they got him to play Bowser with a bit more...
You couldn't have anyone else do it.
Yeah, no, it's such a natural fit. He even looks a bit like Bowser as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, he could
Like,
cosplay
naturally,
as him.
Just
Yeah.
a hint. Just a hint.
Just a hint, yeah.
Yeah, the thing I liked about that is that Jack Black himself is a die-hard gamer.
Yeah.
He's even
Oh,
got
yeah.
his own YouTube channel. I don't know if he's that active on it, but he even released a song with Tenacious D called
Nice.
Video Games.
Yeah.
And it's a really good music video. But yeah, he's definitely a gamer. So
Makes all the difference, doesn't it?
it was in good
does.
hands. There's no way he was gonna muck that up, you know,
No.
because he obviously plays the games. He knows. He knew what role he was getting himself into, and also the song
Oh,
Peaches. You know,
yeah.
Yeah.
Jack Black.
Emmy Award winning, by the way.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
it was indeed.
And Jack Black's been in Tenacious D for years, and I think he's a great vocalist. Really,
absolutely.
You know, considering he's kind of like a comedian with like a comedic background with Tenacious D. I mean, I saw him live a few months ago, and yeah, in terms of you're watching a Hollywood actor, you know, belt his lungs out, and you think, nah, he's good. He is, yeah. He's got a pair of pipes on him.
Yes.
Put it that way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I liked as well Keegan-Michael Key as Toad.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Toad.
Oh, brilliant.
There's no way you'd think that was him.
No, I tell you
know?
what, until you told me, I could not have told you.
I had to look up who the voice was because I could not pinpoint it.
Because he's they're good in Key and Peele.
Oh, yeah.
Really good.
Love it.
You know, sketch show and that.
Creative
So
geniuses, especially at the moment, like they're both
yeah,
both up there right now.
Jordan Peele's a good director, isn't he?
That's true.
You know,
Get
but,
Out, for example.
yeah, I think he done the voice of Toad really well. He kind of you only get snippets of Toad's voice in the games.
He's what I would imagine Toad will sound
Yeah,
like.
Yeah.
though.
yeah,
Like, he nails it.
quite
First
sassy
try.
and all, weren't he?
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, Toad would have to be that sassy support
Yeah,
character, wouldn't
yeah,
he? And I think he works really well.
yeah.
So we've got Anya Taylor-Joy as Peach.
He's a human! I mean, you are a human, right? It's just you're so small.
Hey!
Wait.
You weren't a fan, Jake, were you?
No, I was a bit on the fence. I think if the voice was a little bit more high pitched, I think hers was a bit too deep. Like if I was going in face value, I was supposed to be a little bit higher, especially being Princess Peach.
Yeah, fair point, yeah. And we have heard her quite a lot in various games as well.
Like
So
for
we know she's
example,
quite high-pitched.
like when I play Mario Sonic Olympic Games, it's very high.
Mario!
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
more like Mario sort of thing. It was very like how I talk is Mario, basically very monotone. But yeah, I'm 50-50, but I'd still rate her performance over Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I agree. I liked the Charles Martinet cameo
Yes.
as the bloke in the cafe behind Mario.
Too much? It's perfect! Wahoo!
Well, when we're having dinner, yeah, we eat together and film together.
Always.
I was reading up about the voice actors, and he actually done the voice of Mario's dad in it.
Did
as
he
well.
really as
Oh,
well?
wow.
So
Okay.
not only that bloke in the cafe,
Yeah,
Mario's...
so he done two characters in the film.
Fair play.
So
So this is the guy that insulted Mario as he sat down to eat.
yeah,
Like, you shouldn't be dragging your brother into this.
Yeah.
that was him as well. Yeah,
way.
yeah.
I think you're nuts. You don't leave a steady job for some crazy dream.
Yeah,
That's cool.
It shows you how versatile of a voice actor he is.
I know. Yeah,
I mean, that kind of makes me feel like, why didn't they just include him in the first place as the Mario voice actor? If he's that diverse,
Well, yeah,
he didn't have to do it like in the games.
He could have watered it down a bit.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, but they want the Hollywood name on the front, don't
it
they?
sells tickets, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Chris Pratt. So come and see the film.
To be fair, they could have just he could have just put a little bit higher pitch on the dad's voice, and I think that could have pulled off Mario.
Yeah.
Personally,
Yeah.
And all he had to do is deepen the voice for the dad. Really.
Definitely.
I think it would have been probably a better option.
I mean, Charles Martinez is legendary. Like he is Mario.
How long's he been doing that for now? Since
I think for as long as Mario's been around, as long as spoken Mario's been around, I should say.
Yeah.
I think he's been the only voice.
Good few years.
I think the only other character we haven't covered is, two characters, Cranky Kong and Donkey Kong. We'll start with Cranky Kong. Fred Armisen does a great Cranky Kong. For those of you who don't know who Fred Armisen is, if you've seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine, he is the support character known as Melipnos. Who does the, was it banjo at Jake's wedding?
I can't remember.
My wedding? I don't remember.
No, not your.
I'm not married.
Where was my invite if you were married?
There's no rings, don't worry.
Kept that
But yeah, Cranky Kong. I'd say he was probably my joint favourite character for voice acting.
Yeah.
He was so sassy and funny.
Who is this guy? Oh, he makes me laugh.
And I don't know, just like he pulled off being Cranky Kong so well, like just like, you know, ribbing the characters for not, you know, not beating, or ribbing Mario for not beating Donkey Kong, and Peach for Mario losing against Donkey Kong, and I just thought it was just really funny. Like he just did a great job.
He was funny.
Yeah, because in Donkey Kong Country, that's when he was kind of started in the Donkey Kong world.
Yeah.
He's always like, he's an eccentric, miserable character, and he's always come across as like
sassy old man.
I remember like on Donkey Kong Country, I think he used to hit you with the stick in like some of the when you're talking to him. So yeah, he kind of I think he out of the park really.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I think it adds to the comedy when you have a character, not a character, a voice actor that kind of goes all out of it.
Yeah. Gets stuck into the role.
Doesn't care about what they sound like. I think he just sort of
Yeah,
and
I totally agree.
And he's a funny bloke. That Fred. What's his name again?
Fred Armisen.
Yeah, he's he was. If you've seen Euro Trip, Miss Scusi. That's all I'm gonna be saying.
So lastly,
but certainly not least.
Thank you,
sorry,
Jake.
Sonic.
What has he done?
I don't know. Sorry, Son.
He's Sonic alone, man.
I know this is about Mario.
Carry
Come
on.
on.
Carry on.
Yeah,
I'll
all
fix
characters
him.
are welcome if you've not played Smash Bros.
I'll fix him. Don't worry.
Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. For me, I'd say the same criticism applies to Seth Rogen as to Chris Pratt. Would have been a good voice. Would have been better if he'd done it deeper. I think Chris Pratt needed a deeper voice as Mario. I think Seth Rogen needed a deeper voice as Donkey Kong. A bit too high pitched, not gruff enough. It's just my opinion.
I can see where you're coming from. Yeah, I think it was a bit better than Chris Pratt, but
not by much.
Not by much.
Fair enough.
Again, I think they could have found someone else to do Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
with more of a rougher voice.
I think like with Seth Rogen and with his Donkey Kong performance in particular, he just sounded like Seth Rogen.
Yeah,
he didn't sound like he was trying to change his voice for Donkey Kong.
You knew it was Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
You knew.
Whereas like Jack Black as Bowser, you could kind of.
Oh yeah, he's put that voice on. He's tried to change it.
You can hear it's him.
Yeah.
But you know he's not. You just know.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm gonna respectfully, disagree.
That's okay.
I think he was pretty good as Donkey Kong.
To the gallows with you.
Yeah. Well, you'd have to fight me first. But I think he was good. Like, because remember there was in the 90s they done a Donkey Kong Country TV series, and he had a higher pitch voice than Seth Rogen in that.
I see. Okay.
I couldn't tell you who the voice actor is.
I haven't seen the series.
It was a very kind of cult TV show. Okay. Maybe looks a little bit dated now, the CGI, but Donkey Kong's voice in that was a lot higher.
Okay, fair enough.
So I think
maybe if I give that a watch, I can.
Maybe
adjust
I
my
think
opinion.
they're all on YouTube and
possibly.
that, but I do think Seth Rogen's voice. I think that's what I liked about it. You knew it was Seth Rogen because he has got a funny one. You know, like
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
I'll take that.
I
I'll take that.
Personally, I think that's what made it work for me.
Okay.
So
Seth Rogen, just as a final note, didn't he did that Nintendo versus Sega? Didn't he write a book or something?
did he?
I think so. I think he did. Let me quickly Google it.
Oh, do it gone. Forward by
Seth Rogen. Sorry. So yeah, to be fair on Seth Rogen, he is also a gamer. So his inclusion is more understandable than Chris Pratt's inclusion, I'd say, who is, to my knowledge, not much of a gamer.
Stick to Marvel, mate. Stick to Marvel.
Yeah,
And Jurassic World.
And that's of course, yeah.
that's a whole nother.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother debate. That is.
That's for another day. That's for another day, gentlemen. Swiftly moving on.
Oh,
Matthew.
yep. Okay. Ooh, sorry, bad memories. Okay, so the last category we're going to talk about is story. I think just to very generalise the film, broadly generalise the film. I thought it was a really good origin story for Mario and Luigi.
Good starting point. I think they've left it on the point where they can make another one.
Yeah, I agree. A good foundation to build on. I think.
Yeah. Better than the Fantastic Four.
Oh, don't.
That's for another day.
Yikes. We're trying to have fun here, guys.
I went there.
Give ourselves PTSD, okay?
Yeah.
So, let's keep it, fun. I mean, you're right. Like the way the film has ended, it leaves it all wide open for a sequel, and it would be such a shame if they didn't do a sequel.
It's got to be done.
They've made too much money.
Oh yeah, most successful video game adaptation of all time, and we're not talking about by a little bit either. We're talking about by millions and billions of dollars here. I haven't got the exact figures, but
I mean, the bar wasn't very high anyway. but they've completely.
Well, it's not really based on the game, is it?
Well, but they've completely leapfrogged that target, and just proves to you if you do it right. And all right, I know critics when this first come out, they slated this film, but then fans kind of ignored critics. I know that's technically what we're doing at the minute. We're being critical, but
we're fans though.
Yeah.
Like you pointed out earlier, directors and writers who don't play video games or have nothing to do with video games are what spoiled, films past. But I think we're in a bit of a better position to comment because we're gamers.
Yes.
We understand and we play these things.
I think what I liked about it is that Mario games have never been known for their heavy storyline. It's always been a paper thin storyline. Like you need to get Mario from here to rescue Peach from Bowser. I know they've mixed it up a bit, but that film was exactly what it said on the tin. It was a very, very thin plot, I thought.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
it's a Mario film. You know what you're going to get. You don't need a heavy narrative. You don't need, it's a Mario film. He's good. Bowser's bad. They fight it out. That's basically it. And it was, I thought it was, it was very fastly paced, and it was a fast moving film, and I think that's what worked in its favour.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, I'll be perfectly honest. The first time I saw the film, it was on my birthday, just gone, and I was so tired after a day at work, I fell asleep halfway through it.
Shocking.
But having rewatched it again today, I didn't really like the story when I first watched it, but having actually seen the whole film this time, you're right, Jay. Everything you say is bang on. It's perfectly paced. As video game film, or as any sort of film goes, the pacing's brilliant. It's nice and snappy. You're not lingering on any one part of the film for too long, but it also isn't too brief either. Like it isn't just too snappy. There's loads of little bits in there I thought were really good. Like the Mario Kart scene is just brilliant.
Oh, yeah, Rainbow Road.
Yeah, Rainbow Road, Tanuki Mario, Bob-omb, the Bob-omb King blowing up,
King Bob-omb,
King Boo in the background. Just all these little bits chucked into the story. The Goomba prisoner, I think you spotted that, didn't you?
Yeah.
He's just sitting there smacking his head against the cage.
I think it's definitely one of them films. The more you watch it, the more things you're gonna spot that you didn't.
Oh yeah,
Because
definitely.
obviously that was mine and Matt's second time watching it. Jake's first.
Well, mine at 1.5.
Yeah, loosely. It was my second viewing. Put it that way. You know,
As a collective.
but yeah, I think the more times you watch it, you're gonna discover more Easter eggs.
Oh, yeah,
you're gonna
definitely.
discover more because there's a lot going on in the background as well.
Yeah.
Loads of different side characters and that. And I think that's what makes it a great film. Is that you're gonna watch it. Yeah, you've seen it before, but you're gonna see things you didn't spot before.
Yeah, it's like with
Absolutely.
most films, really, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, story for me, I thought it was perfect. I think my only criticism, I think it should have been a little bit longer.
Okay,
Instead
yeah,
of being
fair
an hour
point.
and 32. I think,
Yeah,
it
hour
wasn't
and
that-
45 or something.
Yeah, about an hour, hour and three-quarter, hour 45. I think that would have just. I think the ending scene was just a bit too short for me. Just went just a little bit longer, like a big boss mode.
Like a proper boss fight.
Yeah, because
okay.
when Mario and Luigi got the star, it was like, wow, they got the star. Like you said, you got goosebumps, didn't you?
Oh, honestly, yeah, that scene
Seeing
was just
them both.
brilliant.
And I just think they should have made it like how it is on obviously the Super Mario Brothers game, like a massive boss scene, like make a massive fuss about it, saying they've actually beaten Bowser, XYZ. I'm not criticising the film as much, like the length time, obviously, but I think just that little 15 minutes in the end, just to extend the ending, I think it would have hit
Yeah,
spot on,
no,
yeah.
I think that's valid criticism. I mean, yeah, the ending fight was only a couple of minutes long. It was epic.
Oh,
It
yeah.
did give me goosebumps. But yeah, I think like if it had been a bit longer, they could have fleshed it out as a proper boss fight a bit more,
Yeah.
like in one of the games. Yeah, no, I agree.
Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah,
That
yeah.
was a
struggle.
that was the hardest Bowser fight in a Mario game, I think.
Yeah.
So if it was kind of like that, yeah.
In terms of bad points with the story, there's not a lot really. I think the two main things that bothered me about the story, and they made Mario's character a bit too goofy and clumsy.
Yeah.
I feel as though he should have been a bit more adept. I know he's not been to the Mushroom Kingdom before, but he was like falling over and tripping over. I think he should have been a bit more,
Adaptive
yeah,
to surroundings.
yeah, like Bear Grylls, improvise, adapt, overcome.
Yeah.
Having said that, I mean, the training scene is pretty good, I guess, but I mean, it just highlighted for me that, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm making a moot point, but I think he was a little too goofy and a little too clumsy.
I would say my only criticism would be when the film's starting, you got Mario and Luigi like setting up their plumbing business, and then they end up in the Mushroom Kingdom, and then they're split off, and that's pretty much the whole film. Mario and Luigi are not together.
Oh, fair point.
I remember
Yeah,
you saying this,
Super
yeah.
Mario Brothers, but they're yeah, I get
And
you.
it's like the last
Yeah.
kind of, the last 10 minutes of the film, they're
Yeah.
back together again, and you kind of think like, if they, well, they're gonna make a second one, no doubt about it. I think they need to have Mario and Luigi on screen together for more. But other than
Yeah,
that,
that's a good point.
yeah, I do think,
Don't think of it that way.
I do think kind of having Luigi caged up for most of the film, it was
And
funny.
it was most of
It
the
was
film as well,
funny.
wasn't it? Yeah,
It was funny.
about good-
It's like
yeah, about
I think some of the
80%.
funniest scenes were in that dungeon
Yeah.
area.
But there's not much freedom there, is there? There's not,
No,
not much
I
creative
would
avenue.
like to have seen more than Luigi. I mean, Charlie Day in an interview said he would like to do a Luigi's Mansion movie, like a spin-off.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
And obviously in that,
I would watch that in a heartbeat.
in them games, Luigi's saving Mario. So it would be cool to see that.
Switch the
but-
dynamic round a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
have Mario locked up for once.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Let Luigi had the main.
yeah.
So yeah, I think any funny bits you like?
Funny bits. Oh,
Yeah.
the number of Easter eggs they managed to shove in this film was beautiful. I think I mentioned earlier in the sound bit the GameCube ringtone on Luigi's phone.
Yeah.
Mario playing Kid Icarus after the family meal.
Yeah.
On the NES, that was.
The net on a NES, yeah. What's the one you spotted, Jack, in the marketplace?
Oh, I've got it here.
Go on.
The antique scene. Like they'll blow it out. The old.
Yes.
Yes.
So when Mario is following Toad to Peach's castle, they go through a little market, and all the Toads are sort of getting coins and that. And they walk past an antique stall, and one of the Toads picks up a NES game, and he says, "How do you make this work?" And the seller goes, "You just blow in the cartridge." So, you know.
Our name, guys.
Safe to say
that's where our name came from.
Safe to say that was a dusty cartridge.
Oh, yeah, it's just a
But
bit.
dush.
Does this thing work?
Yes, well, great. You just have to blow into it.
We're going to edit that little clip into every video now.
We are. So, Matt, overall, what did you think?
I absolutely loved it. Apart from some of the criticisms I've raised already, as far as video game films goes, it's the best. Nothing has even come close to how good this film is as a video game adaptation. I mean, story bits aside that I didn't like, and the voice acting from Chris Pratt, it's as perfect as a video game movie can be.
Yes.
Some of my favourite bits, I mean, for me, I'm a massive GameCube fan. Just off camera behind you there, I have a bright orange GameCube, and as orange is my favourite colour. I really appreciated Luigi's ringtone as the GameCube startup jingle.
You was very happy about
I was really happy about that. And some of my other favourite bits, like the Donkey Kong rap during the Donkey Kong sequence, like for anyone that's heard that or hasn't heard it, even play Super Smash Bros. Melee on the GameCube. You know, DK, Donkey Kong. Great film. And the bit where they all go underground... Don't listen to me sing it, just go on YouTube. A different channel, that is. The bit where they all go underground, excuse me, and they make the Mario Karts, and the Mario Kart 8 music plays, the menu music.
Yeah,
I mean, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch is one of my favourite games ever, and seeing that all animated in a story-driven video game film is just brilliant. I loved it. Like there's not really much I can change to make it better. Like, as an origin story, it's as good as we could have hoped for. So I'm going to give it a 7.9 out of 10. So yeah, that's me. On to you, Jake.
I think my favourite bits were Mario's hat follows wherever he went.
Oh yeah,
That was we went down, the hat flipped back to him wherever whenever it separated. Always
and he
back,
was always
and it
there.
always
Yeah,
landed
the hat
on
was
his
always
head.
there. Yeah.
Never. That was that blew me away. It was I felt really good comedic value. That was. I think for me, Toad's car. When
the huge Hummer
literally
thing.
got the car, everything, and I feel like, as Matt and Jack said, that was me, as if I bought a car and just rocked up going, sup.
Yeah, that's it. Jake in the biggest, most uneco-friendly car going.
Story of my life, really. Good bits like that. Just and attention to detail as well. Just the way they got the good bits in. Obviously, Rainbow Road, that was phenomenal.
That was one of my favourite bits.
Great.
The whole Mario Kart sequence
with
was
the blue shell.
Yeah, the blue shell, and we also forgot about the mid-credit scene.
Yes,
That was a good.
True,
That was a good bit as well. And obviously at the end when you heard the special voice.
do the voice.
I
I
can't do the voice.
Yoshi.
There we go, Yoshi. So
I wonder who's in the next
I
film.
don't know. I wonder who. God knows. Who knows? But
Knuckles from Sonic.
but Then again, I've also got written down Donkey Kong and Cat Mario. That scene.
Oh yeah, we didn't mention the fight. Yeah, of course.
That was hilarious.
That was a brilliant
When he punches
fight
it and he comes back as a cat. We're like, even I was a bit like, what?
Yeah.
Cat Mario. What? I didn't know this was one of the power ups.
Yeah, it's quite a modern Mario power up.
world,
It was
isn't
yeah, Super Mario 3D World. It's one of the it was the new the new power up for that game.
Yeah.
As soon as you build up the game, you can see Cat Mario doing his thing on the screen.
Yeah.
So and it's actually a really useful power up, to be fair.
Climbs
walls and everything. Yeah.
As you
Really
see in the
good
film,
power-up.
it's a very good power up. But I think overall score for me, obviously me being a first time viewer, I really enjoyed it. So I've actually given it an 8 out of 10.
Very good.
So over to you, Jack.
I mean, as you probably know, I'm going to give it a higher score because it was like I've always played Mario, and
You grew up with a SNES, didn't you? So.
had a SNES. It was the first game I ever played, so I'm gonna be a little bit more biased because of the nostalgia.
Understandable.
But I do think in terms of Easter eggs and the Mario lore with all the characters and the worlds and that, I think they captured it perfectly. So before I give you my score, I'm going to give you my favourite moments.
Go for it.
I liked it at the wedding when King Bob-omb sat on the two Coopers.
Yeah.
And the shells just pinging between them.
Oh, yeah.
I did laugh pretty hard at that. That was actually really good.
I liked the flashback of Baby Mario and Baby Luigi.
That was a pretty funny bit. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
They made them look exactly like
Spot
Baby
on.
Mario and Luigi from the games.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a nice little snippet, you know, a little cheeky scene that they've just thrown in there. You know, another little Easter egg. I liked the fact that Diddy and Dixie Kong were present in the crowd. It was like a little throwaway scene. I liked the fact that they were there because obviously I love Donkey Kong Country as well, and that's where they kind of first got introduced. So I like that. And I think, that was it. So my score will be 8.5.
Very good score. Very good score.
I think it would have been a perfect score if, like you said, if a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Because it was so enjoyable. I thought they could have snuck in another 10-minute scene with a few more characters and a few more Easter eggs.
I think the kids would have minded, but they really.
No. But
We're busting for the toilet anyway.
Yeah.
After time, after hour and a half.
yeah, I just but 8.5. Yeah, to me, great game. Great game.
Great film.
Great game. Great game
Because that's on-
adaptation.
Great
'cause
film
that's running.
based on a great game.
Yeah.
Yes, series.
Yeah.
So I think it's safe to say the overall score is an 8.
It's a goal.
Yeah, I think that's
Which
fair.
means you'd watch it again. You'd watch it
Oh,
again.
100%.
I'd watch it again.
Well, Jack's Blu-ray, so
Yeah.
he's going to watch it again.
So, if there's any more films you'd like us to have a watch, give our honest opinions on, please drop a comment below in the sections. Other than that, anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think that's it, really.
It's a me.
Jackie-o.
Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and we shall see you soon.
Take care, guys. Thank you.
Take care. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching our latest video. If you like that, well, subscribe for more, because a man has to eat. In the words of Murray the Moth, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and drop us a follow on Instagram, Facebook and TikTok at The Dusty Cartridges.